Let's analyze the stock market trading session for today, Tuesday, March 22, 2022. This is a daily chart of the S&P 500. Another update, up 50 points today, gapped up at the 200-day moving average, that's a green line, and traded higher all day long. Closing way above the 200-day moving average and just below the 100-day moving average. That's the black line here, which should be very strong resistance on the way up. And then on top of that, I have these pivot points between 40, I'll say between 44, 45.30 and 45.50. That's a 20-point trading range. Should be very strong resistance, especially after this big move. If for some reason we open higher tomorrow, I really don't. Wow, I've been wrong before. I'm thinking, would we close above the 100-day moving average? That would be very extremely impressive if that's the case. That's always a possibility. I see no reasons to go long, not after this huge move, so many days in a row. And at the same time, no reason to go short. I don't see any reversal patterns. I don't see any signs of a reversal. Now it's trading between the 200-day moving average and the 100-day moving average. So the 100-day moving average is really the only major moving average above the current trading. So the path of least resistance tells me that it can go higher. Shorting, I see lots of moving averages underneath. You got the 200-day moving average, then you got the 5-day moving average, and you got the 50. So I don't really see a good setup, long or short. I would rather just wait for a better setup that will give me a better risk reward ratio with a more predictable outcome. It's been a very impressive rally. Now for the Nasdaq 100, very impressive move also, up 278 points or almost 2%. Yesterday, I liquidated my position thinking that it didn't have much upside potential after this big move. Let me erase that. After this big move, thinking that it would probably pause, consolidate, and maybe go south. But I was wrong. Big update today. Way above, close way above the 50-day moving average. Levels that I'll be watching tomorrow will definitely be today's low, which coincides with the 50-day moving average. The upside, I don't really see any major pivot points unless it's the high. Then you got another one here around 14,800. Way above is way too far away from the 200-day moving average. I really doubt is going to go up there tomorrow. So I would expect some type of consolidation or maybe a retracement, and then we'll take it from there. You're gonna have, if that happens in the next couple of sessions, you're gonna have the 50 and the 5-day moving average. Based on the magnitude of this move, I don't see a reason to be long or start in a long position. And I also don't see a reason to start a short position up here. I see no signals, like no signs of any trend change so far. For the Dow Jones Industrial Average, this one was up 250 points. Also a good day, way above the 50-day moving average, but now it's just below the 200-day moving average and the 100-day moving average. I really doubt that is going to get up there or close above that tomorrow. If that's the case, I will be very impressive, but really probabilities favor a retracement. Based on the size of this magnitude, it is very strong, so I would not be surprised if we end up consolidating above the 50-day moving average or start riding the 5-day moving average. We'll see, but it's looking very strong. For the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, this one mapped out resistance at the 50-day moving average, the 200-day moving average, and this pivot point around 34.80, and it proved to be very strong resistance. This zone was very strong resistance today. Out of all the indices, this is a pattern that looks more interesting. If it consolidates for a session or two around this area or meets the 5-day moving average and then push higher about this pivot point, that will be a buy signal for me. This one closed at the 50-day moving average. That's a purple line. So this one can easily gap up tomorrow and push higher above that pivot point. But if it decides to wait a couple of sessions, trading sessions, then that will be even more attractive, a more attractive setup. Now for the Russell 2000 Iwm Etf, not much to say about this one. Momentum has lost some momentum. Is above all these moving averages, just below the 5-day moving average, but then it's so far away from the 100-day moving average and the 200-day moving average, so it's like in the middle of nowhere. So same as the other indices, I would expect some type of consolidation or a small retracement, and we'll take it from there. Or of course, it can go that way also, but I see lots of support is way above all these moving averages, but these moving averages should act as very strong support as the 50, the 20, and the 10-day moving average. Let's just wait for the next setup. Patience is the name of the game. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck trading tomorrow.